Hello everybody. Today I am going to discuss about hemolytic anemia, and this is part 3 of the hemolytic anemia sequel, where I am going to discuss about the different causes of hemolytic anemia. If you are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe, like and share my videos. So let us know what are the causes of hemolytic anemia. So there are two causes of hemolytic anemia. Number one is intrinsic cause. Intrinsic means which occurs from inside. So, intrinsic causes are cases where the cause is associated with RBC, like problem with protein of RBC. So, from this we can understand that this intrinsic cause is totally associated with the structure and the functional status of the RBC. Regarding the extrinsic cause, extrinsic causes are cases where factors other than RBC causes hemolytic anemia, like mechanical damage of RBC in circulation or immune attack. That means this is that particular cause in which there is no involvement of the structural abnormality of the RBC. It is done totally due to some outer causes which is not related to the structural standpoint of the RBC. So, the main two causes of hemolytic anemia are intrinsic causes and the extrinsic causes. Regarding the intrinsic causes of hemolytic anemia, first of all comes membranopathy. Now, intrinsic causes of hemolytic anemia includes basically RBC abnormalities, which are classified as membranopathy, then comes the hemoglobinopathy, then comes the enzymopathy. Now, membranopathy or RBC membrane disorders are inherited diseases, okay, due to mutations in the various membranes or the skeletal proteins of RBC. This causes reduced lifespan and premature removal of RBC from the circulation. So, if there is any membranal disease of the RBC, it will cause the lifespan to be short. We all know that the lifespan of the RBC is 120 days. It will be shortened, and there will be early removal of RBC from the general circulation. So, there will be shortage of RBC in the general circulation. Now, hemoglobinopathy is a group of disorders in which there is an abnormal production of structure or structure of hemoglobin molecule. So, this is totally concerned with hemoglobin molecule only. It is passed down through families. That means it's an inherited disease. This group includes hemoglobin C disease, hemoglobin SC disease, sickle cell anemia, and thalassemia. So there are four distinct diseases associated with hemoglobinopathy. Number one is hemoglobin C disease. Number two, hemoglobin SC disease. Number three, sickle cell anemia. Number four, thalassemia. Now regarding the enzymopathy, it includes glucose 6-phosphate dehydrogenase deficiency. It produces glutathione, which defends RBC protein. So when there is no glutathione, there is less defense for the RBC proteins. So enzymopathy is another intrinsic cause. It is applicable for pyruvate kinase deficiency also. So these are the three intrinsic causes of hemolytic anemia: membranopathy, hemoglobinopathy, and enzymopathy. Membranopathy associated with the RBC membrane protein, hemoglobinopathy associated with totally hemoglobin, enzymopathy associated with two distinct enzymes, glucose 6-phosphate dehydrogenase and pyruvate kinase. Now regarding the extrinsic causes of hemolytic anemia, so you can see there are much more arrows than the intrinsic causes. So From here you can understand that the extrinsic causes are much more than the intrinsic causes. So what are the causes? Enlarged spleen. Any causes of hypersplenism. Hypersplenism means when the spleen is enlarged, that is increased activity of the spleen, which happens during portal hypertension, causes the hemolytic anemia by breaking down the RBC. So this is how the enlarged spleen is associated with hemolytic anemia. Next comes PNH. So you all know it's a nocturnal hemoglobin, paroxysmal nocturnal hemoglobin. It is sometimes referred to as the Marchiva-Miceli syndrome. M-A-R-C-H-I-A-V-A, Marchiva-Miceli, M-I-C-H-E-L-I syndrome. It is a rare, acquired, life-threatening disease characterized by complement-induced hemolytic anemia. So, paroxysmal nocturnal hemoglobinuria is also associated with hemolytic anemia. It's a type of hemoglobinopathy. Next comes infection. Acquired hemolytic anemia, it is also occurs in burns and in certain infections, for example, malaria. Immune-mediated causes includes the factors as in Mycoplasma pneumoniae infection. So, when there is infection, there is also a chance of occurring hemolytic anemia. Liver cirrhosis. Sparsal hemolytic anemia, SPUR, sparsal hemolytic anemia is associated with liver cirrhosis. It is characterized by increased large RBC, okay, large RBC which are covered with spike-like projections that vary in width, length and distribution. So, spiked RBC is the feature of liver cirrhosis. Next comes poisoning. Lead poisoning causes non-immune hemolytic anemia. Lead poisoning, remember. Poisoning with arsine, A-R-S-I-N-E, arsine, and stibine, S-T-I-B-I-N-E, also causes hemolytic anemia. So, lead, arsine, stibine, three poisonous substances can cause hemolytic anemia. Next, foot strike hemolysis. It actually happens in case of the athletes, basically the runners. They are affected mainly. It causes due to destruction of RBC in foot due to overuse of the foot. Next comes prosthetic heart valve. Low-grade hemolytic anemia occurs in 70% of prosthetic heart valve recipients, okay? And severe hemolytic anemia occurs in only 3% of cases. So, low-grade 70%, severe 3%. Drugs. In some cases, hemolytic anemia occurs due to certain medications. So, which are those medications? They include quinidine, Q-U-I-N-I-D-I-N-E, quinidine, then rifadin, R-I-F-A-D-I-N, rifadin, then interferon alpha, I-N-T-E-R-P-H-E-R-O-N, interferon alpha, trazine, T-H-R-O-A-Z-I-N-E, etc. So these are the drugs which causes the hemolytic anemia as their side effects. Next comes HELP syndrome. Let us know the full form of HELP first. H-E-L-L-P. H for hemolysis, E-L for elevated liver enzymes, LP for low platelet count. So, hemolysis, elevated liver enzyme, low platelet count. HELP, H-E-L-L-P. This syndrome usually develops before the 37th week of pregnancy but can occur shortly after delivery also. Okay. This syndrome is associated with hemolysis. From the H we get the term hemolysis, which may turn to hemolytic anemia. Lastly, wrong blood transfusion, which is very dangerous. One of the most severe forms of hemolytic anemia occurs due to receiving a red blood cell transfusion of the wrong blood type. So these are the extrinsic causes of hemolytic anemia. So there are a few references for your further study. Thank you very much for your patient listening, and this sequel will continue to part 4. So long. Bye bye.